everyone and welcome back to Study. Today we are going to learn about this machine, that what it is and how we use it and what is the purpose of this machine. So over here this machine is basically Autorefractometer. Okay? You can see over here it's a Topcon KR800 and the name of the instrument is Autokeratorefractometer. Right? How can we on it? Over here there is a switch. Just turn it on and here we go. It is turned on, right? So this is what you see over here, and from the side view basically this machine looks like this. Now what it is known as, it is the Autorefractometer. It means that this is a machine which measures the refractive error as well as the keratometry readings, right? Curvature of the cornea, which is basically known as the keratometry, the instrument which measures the curvature of the cornea. So this machine helps to find the refractive error as well as the keratometer. It is an objective method, and you all have seen someone say that do the Autoref. So basically this is the Autorefractometer or the Autoref, right? It has some basic functions. Like retinoscopy, it is the objective method. It means that patient involvement is not required until and unless it's the adjustment of the patient, right? So over here in the autorefractometer there are two basic types. One is the main body section. This is the main body section of the Autoref, and this is the chin rest section, right? And the third thing is over here, this, you can say this whole panel, this is the control panel. This is the measuring head of the Autoref, right? Over here this whole instrument measures the refractive error in keratometer, so that is why it is known as the measuring head, this part. This is the control panel. Over here there is a joystick. This one is the joystick. This is the measuring switch by which we just click, right? You have heard the sound again. I hope you heard it, right? So this is whole joystick. This button is the measuring switch, and this is the base stopper or locker. So I'll be discussing it one by one. This is the printer section. Here you can see there are pages. So when you have done the reading, you just have to print it, right? Okay, so we have not, we don't have any reading right now. That is why it's not printing out. So when you press this, there are some papers. So whenever you are doing Autoref, you just have to click this print and the paper, the slip of the patient will come out, right? Okay, so now this chin rest section is important. Let me go over there. Okay, so this is the view patient sees, right? So it's basically the patient's view, and what he sees is, okay, so patient sees this house which is very far away. This is the target, and over here this is the chin rest. Over here patient places the chin, and this is the forehead rest. So patient places the forehead with this band, and over here this is the chin rest knob. So this is the chin adjustment knob. You can rotate it clockwise or anti-clockwise in order to adjust the patient according to his or her height. And over here this is the, or you can also call it as the eye height marker. So what we do is that when a patient sits over here, rest his chin at this point and rest his forehead with this band, we used to align the canthus of the patient's eye with this line so that the target can be viewed clearly and the patient's height is adjusted properly in order to measure the refractive error. This is the joystick. When you will rotate the joystick anti-clockwise, the system will come downward. When you will rotate the joystick clockwise, the system will move up. This is the base of the measuring head, and this is the base stopper. What it does is, When you will lock it, the entire system is locked and it is not movable now, right? So the base has been locked, and when we will unlock it, the base is now easy to move and it's free to move basically. So now over here in the control panel we have few important things that need to be noticed. This ID means that over here you have to write the name of the patient. So you can enter any name. Whoever the patient is, you have to enter the name. Okay, right? Now this is over here, R means the right eye. This part gives the detail of the right eye, while this L means left, and this part gives the details of the left eye. And this auto shoot means over here that the system will shoot or click the readings and give the readings automatically. So I'll just remove this. Second, over here you can see there is written R, S, C, A. So this R means that provide the refractive error readings, right? So R means refractive error. Here it will tell that what is the refractive status of the eye, and this S means the spherical power, C means the cylindrical power, and A means the axis of the cylinder, right? While this K means that here it will give us the keratometric readings as well. It means that it will provide the curvatural readings of the cornea. So here we have R1, then R2, and the axis. 0 means that how many readings are you going to take? Either 1, 2 and 3. Maximum readings we take is 3. And now this is the left side, and in left side again we have the refractive status of the eye. So this will give you the refractive error in sphere, cylinder and axis, while here we will get the keratometric readings or corneal curvature readings of the left eye. Here the R/K means that this instrument will give you the refractive error readings as well as the keratometric readings, right? Over here you can see there are refractive errors reading as well as the keratometric readings, right? But when I'll only click the REF, it will only tell you what is the refractive error status of the patient's eye. So it will only give you the spherocylindrical axis reading only, right? While when you are going to click this KRT, what will happen? You are only going to find the keratometric readings or the corneal curvature readings, right? So this is how this small icon works. Now sometime what happen is that when you see the patients in the eye OPD, there is so much rush that you don't figure out the patient ID. What you do is generally erase the whole data and you are going to perform or move to the next patient. So this ID, patient ID, is not as important, or you skip this part as well most of the time in eye OPDs due to the more patient ratio. Other thing is that this eye, what happens sometimes that the AR does not focuses a target, right? Or it doesn't allows to give the reading of the patient's eye, or it does not give the refractive status of the eye properly. Why? Because patient have cataract. So what happens that light rays are not focusing or going into the eye properly. So what happen is in that case we click this. Here you can see this eye part. When you will click, the system will adjust according to the cataract patient. So what will happen? It will focus according to the patient. For those patients who have cataract, the light rays will be according to it, and it will focus for the patient who have cataract, and the readings can be easily focused. So we can get the refractive status easily for those who have the cataract by using this icon. Next, over here you can see this H and L. Okay, so this H means that we have increased the brightness of the target, while this L means we have decreased the brightness of the target. Let me show how. Okay, so when we have clicked the H, it means that the target brightness is high. It means the patient is viewing the daytime target, right? You can say, or it is the high brightness. But when we are going to click the L, just focus the difference. Now here you can see that whole system is now at the night time. So this is just to increase or decrease the brightness of the system. So here the system is now dark. And now it is again the daytime, right? Okay, so we have a patient right now. Over here we are taking R and K reading both. So we'll click this. Patient doesn't have, we are just going to, how we are going to adjust, it can be right, left, you have to spot the eye of the patient. Right now you can see that eye is below the level of this scare. So you are going to rotate your system anti-clockwise in order to move this system below, right? So what I am be doing over here, just focus while I rotate, it is down, while I have, okay, here, this is how we adjust the height of the system according to the patient's eye. Now what you want to do is that you have to bring this gear in the center of this dot. So you have to bring the dot in the center of the gear and removing the auto shoot, adjusting the light, centering it. Okay, just click this mirroring switch. Okay, I have clicked 1, 2 and 3. We have got the 3 readings of keratometer and refractive error both. It is giving the average sphere of cylindrical reading of the patients. It means it has the sphere of -1, average sphere of -1, average cylinder of -1, at the axis 180 degree. This A means over here that it is auto shoot. The system will take the picture automatically. This icon is used to print the slip of the patient. This is used to erase the whole reading. So I'll click it. So all readings are gone now, right? These are the important things you need to know about the autorefractometer while using it. We most commonly use this cataract portion over here. This, okay, this means that you are fogging, right? This is used to give the fog to the patient. How much fog you want to give? You want to give maximum fog or minimum fog in order to relax the accommodation. Basically in autorefractometer we use few icons. One is this part, cataract portion, and print portion and erase, right? If you want to auto shoot, you can.